Welcome everybody, it's the Crypto Sniper. Yes, an emergency alert for you. That's right, we're live streaming to you, trying to keep you up to date with the markets. You're just a morning later than the rest of the community who are probably nicely tucked in XRP, as am I, and instantaneously we got an amazing squirt. Why? Because there was a key thing in Virtue setting up like a little bud of a flower, ready to open its petals up for everybody, and we were watching. Why were we watching? Because it was on our watch list and it was on red alert. That's why we were watching. Not only did I see it, but my top guns were seeing it. There was something coming afoot, and we've been managed to get leveraged, and we straight away in some awesome green right here. Yes, it's gone green. It's gone green for us. And we are looking very, very good. Let's go to the charts and show you. First of all, that's the XRP dominance. We'll come back to that one. This is the structure. Now, I wanted to actually show you what was going on this morning, because inside the community, we have 3 patterns. And this was the key one. This is the H1. It's the smallest domino that needs to break. That starts the medium-sized domino that pushes over the largest of all dominoes. Last time, and you know when we start, everyone was saying, give us an update on XRP, XRP, XRP. And we didn't, and we didn't, and we didn't. And recently we did for the first time to tell you we have good news that something is maybe not too far off. Do you remember that one right here on this channel? If you remember that, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the subscribe button, okay? And then go always. That's how it works around here. Heads, I win, and tails, you also win, and I win again. That's awesome. Okay, so back to the XRP. What was we on about when we were looking at this morning? We were watching, and we were saying there's 3 time frames in our premium community for updating. That's right, where we talk to each other, dirty, dark secrets about the setting up of the market. That's right, looking with you on the left here, not avoiding eye contact. I love you, I look at you, I want you, I kiss you. But I have to look to the left every now and then as well to show you what is going on. So this morning we were deciding, yes, there is a possible setup coming for XRP. Damn, as usual, looking frantically for it and not finding it. The setups, here we go, there it is. And we're saying, listen, this fella is the wind-up we've been waiting for, the H1, that then takes us potentially into the wind-up that we definitely want, which is the daily, which is the one I told you about yesterday, that you're getting closer, the time is drawing nearer, maybe in the following week. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Go listen again. Previous video. Like and subscribe if it was true. So this structure was setting up what we were saying is going to potentially be the trigger. And I've started off wanting to put buy orders in here in case we got that little dip back. It didn't come. And in fact, it started to get a little itchy to the upside, and we charged in there to get our stock up. We already were stocked up on XRP because it was getting close. We don't like to leave it all on one thing, but we super stock with a teeny bit of leverage. This is when we get bold, because if you can catch it just at the key moment, run, it will run. And you'll do just dandy. I mean, it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. It's sometimes worth it. You can do these things in the crypto market. In fact, I am going to try something that's going to be dangerous. Stay on this screen, Alexi. I'm going to try take a screenshot of just a difference of a few minutes. Had you been in on this, and I'm hoping some of you are investment in on this, by the way, but had you been in on this just from this morning, this was a cheeky little upload we put in, just on a single account, you can make good beans just on this major move. Why? Yes, yeah, always, yeah. This is just from Bitfinex, a quick and cheeky, quick upload of a mil, and you're up 60 grand, a million XRP. Why? Because you're catching a 10% move just about in one go, and it's going further. You can see it for yourself. I've literally screenshot this out of one of the accounts. This is the money you can be making. I don't tend to do this too much. I don't like the guys that talk Bugattis and all of this. But the key thing is timing. When you get 3 patterns, macro, the weekly. So let's just remind you what was going on. We were talking this morning. That was your hourly. Crying wolf on the XRP H1 for the bigger one. We joke when we say cry wolf because everyone's going, when's XRP moving? It sounds like cry wolf. You can see the structure in here, and that is a potential triggering for this fella over here. This is the one we told you about last time when we said the move will be potentially coming. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? We need a down leg. We got the sell-off on BTC. That was your dip down. We don't want to be caught flat-footed. Sometimes you get a very quick little down and then you're up and running. That's why we are watching on the lower time frame that. Are you in a community that want you to make a quick 60K? Are you? Well, you could be. And that's on one platform, by the way. You could be maxing out this potential market move. And XRP is one we've said, do not look this one in the eye. In fact, I've got somewhere a guy say, your worst call ever. I must find it out. I'll tweet it out later. Listen, you're never surely wrong and you're never surely right. But I think maybe there's a possibility he'll retract if he cares to. But this is the daily. So that was the daily setup. 3 patterns across 2 time frames that were giving you the day to the minute. But you had to be super sniper watching. That means you're no longer just chilling and looking out in your in your trench. You're not looking at through the goggles anymore. You've actually got the rifle with the scope on and the super magnification, and you're shot ready. That's how you catch the bird with a worm. And this is what we were preparing the community for. You could be shot ready. You could need to trigger on this one today. And that is, of course, the structure that broke. And this is the reminder of what you are in the game for. Because if the one leads to the one that leads to the next one, you could suddenly have catch up. We were also highlighting, in fact, if you were part of our live trading day on Friday, non-farm payrolls, I told you the reason why we're in XRP on the XRP DOM. Let's go and show you that XRP dominance. We highlighted the long-term XRP dominance. We went right up to the higher time. And we said it's coming to a point where it could reverse violently. It's an absolute loser's mantra of bleed out, bleed out, bleed out. However, it's coming to the point where it could reverse violently. There, and there. And in fact, often previously, it was around these levels over here. So it had already overextended and was at the all-time extremes. And our expectation is therefore the moment could be coming. In other words, you want to be considering being a buyer when everyone else is so fed up they've left home. Those are your 2 previous extremes, and here you are now. But we also had the benefit on the dollar side of looking at the dollar and saying, yes, it's doing it. It's doing it on a small time frame on the H1 after that slap. The minute that slap occurred on the XRP account versus the dollar, we said, listen, this is the potential dip. This could be our H3 and our low 3-4, the daily pattern. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get a little bit of a primer. That's a squeeze within a squeeze. Like that. Yes. And guess what? The markets actually love you. This is what we teach in our program. And we say the markets love you. The problem is you're not looking. People are standing on pearls and gold bars that are laid at their feet by the beloved God market. By the way, $60,000 actually is the cost of 1 kilo of gold as 1 Bitcoin as well. Isn't that incredible? So through 1 Bitcoin, 1 kilo of gold is Bitcoin is worth more than a kilo of gold. Isn't that unbelievable? So where's this target? Actually, just on this small H1, we see a 76. But you say, but it's selling off now, Francis. It's too late to get in. Well, for this structure and trading within this time frame, it definitely is. Depending on your time frame, however, any entry here could serve you exceedingly well in due course. If this turns out to be the small domino that tipples the middle-sized one, that tipples over the larger one. So XRP is indeed looking lively. Let's have a look at some of your chats and quotes. How are you doing? I'm investment. Good for you. A small amount. Someone says Gareth Soloway. Finally, my portfolio is alive. Hey, Francis, HVF trader in the house, having an even better bull than the last one. Thanks for the method. No problemo. Malarkey says 72 cents 63. Thanks for the update, says Doozy. Yes, good. Great to have you, by the way. Great to have you. Don't forget to book a call. Let me tell you, sometimes it's the difference of a morning for how much you make. Because getting in here with a stop down here is a different fundamental getting in here with a stop down there. is a totally different fundamental to getting in somewhere here with a stop there and already being deep in the juice. That's the difference, guys. However, you're not in maybe at the right time for the hourly. That's the privilege of the insiders. But you can, in fact, take optimism from this and see this potentially as the move, the making of the 76 here, when we go back up to that hourly, if indeed it makes that. Remember, some patterns can fail. Bitcoin could crash. It'll slam everything. We're all jubilant and excited. It can be taken away in a swish of a pen, my friends. It can be taken away if Bitcoin has a sudden thrash. But let's just have a look on the daily. If you move, can you now see this is a triggering event? Let us do a draw for you. Let's do a draw. Who loves a draw? I like to draw. I'm still a kid at heart. I'm still just a kid at heart. So we move that fella over to there. Boom, boom, bosh. And we see we get a draw. Okay, so we have now triggered the daily draw. Now, hold on. I was talking 76 cents. What does this mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? How far does it go now? Well, it hasn't drawn correctly, so I'm going to have to just try again. Come on. It's always like that, isn't it? Technically. You can have a little bit of a bumption. Give us the low 3 in the right place. That's it. That's better. That's better. Now we're back in the game. So what we've actually got here is the new target. There's quite a few lines here. This is a chart that works hard. Let's see if we can get some of them to go away. There you go. That's a bit cleaner for you now, isn't it? Now we're looking here. And now you can see that this could indeed be a highly momentous triggering event. And when we do 76, if we do it on balance of probabilities, 76 cents, that will actually make our first interim, which is at around, wait for it, 75 odd cents, 75, 73 cents. Isn't that awesome? Confluence of levels. What will you get? A little bit of pullback. Everyone who doesn't have HVF method will say, he's wrong, it's reversing. But then we move up to the 90s worth 92 cents as a second interim. Again, a little bit of a pullback, maybe not so much momentum. And then if we get up here, this is where we're looking, guys, 132. Now you're going, hey, that ain't $16. You said $16. No, it's the small little domino knocking over the middle-sized domino that's now giving us a level that will give us our third high we needed for the macro setup on XRP to run $16, $17. That's right, $16, $17. And that'll be absolutely superb, and I think you'll enjoy it rather much. Won't you just? Yes, say aye, aye, skipper. You've missed a bull market largely. You had a half bull at the last time. So Diogo Teixeira was trading this before XRP dipped. Sad I discarded it and chose other coins after the dump. That's what tends to happen, guys. You're moving around. You're like the bee that's jumping from flower to flower and never really penetrates one. If you have the conviction of method, we are always going to watch this guy. If you have the conviction of method, we are watching him. We know we've got the macro setup. We know we've got the daily, which is still a very big time frame setup. We've got a weekly and a daily. You betcha we're watching it on the hourly. And not only did I see it, but I had my community members pinging in various groups, etc., spotting the actual fact of this event triggering, even on their phones while they're out having coffee, because we're focused on the right places at the right time, guys. You've got to be focused at the right places at the right time. Otherwise, you're always moving from one to another and never getting to the honey. And that's a sad, sad fact. People chase things that have just pumped. They chase things that just pumped. You know, we had two dogs. We had a collie and a spaniel. And there was a good bit in the dog dish, and there was a bad, not so good bit. And the collie, as soon as he got his dish with the spaniel, would start eating his good bit. The spaniel would look at the collie and saying, hot damn, he's got better food than me. Come and push him away. As the collie was finishing his good bit, eat his bad bit. The collie would go to the spaniel's dish, eat his good bit there, and the spaniel got the two bad bits while the collie got the two good bits every single time. You're always looking at something else because you haven't got a method or a reason to hold you in place. That is why we have a community. That is why we watch, and this is why we want to be in it. Look, it's one small candle on this day. It's no great shakes. It is, it's, you're making a bit of money, but it's one minor shift on the dominance. Imagine this gets up to the halfway mark. That is the halfway mark between the red and the blue line. I'm on log scale. Let me just delog that so that you can see it for yourself. That's it. Fools for us, isn't it? Your eyes can fool you very easily there. So if we just got up to the halfway mark here in the dominance, if you can make on 1 million XRP, that sum of money on a single move on the weekly time frame of the XRP dominance, what do you think it can do for you if it gets up to 6.5% again? What if it's super spiked to the other side? Man, these guys have a plan for us, and you know what it is, CBDCs, and you know the railways and the company that courted them from the very get-go. It's going to play a role. This whole SEC thing was like a rev limiter in the last bull market. It kept it down. It comes back double in this one. That's how I see it playing out potentially, and that's what we've tended to say. So, yes. That's the XRP dominance. Let's take it to the daily level. You'll see it's quite an abrupt turn, but it's still just one candle on one wick. And as I say, if Bitcoin, still the God market, really lost a lot of value or topped out. I'm not saying that's the case, actually, by the way, but it's been grinding up quite nicely. Remember what we said, by the way, just changing tack for Bitcoin for a while. People are going to sell too soon. All this grinding that you see made people super scared. And you'd never sell, particularly on a Monday when the institutions are coming back in to buy. You're going to sell too soon. Keeps grinding up and everybody calling a top. Way, a big whack. We're going to have a top. Massive rally back up. Hey, another sell-off. Boom, how does it respond? So, you know, they might get a bit defensive or not buy too aggressively just on a Friday. But you come Monday, they're back in the market there. Early on the Monday, Bitcoin is back up. We're at all-time highs. We saw this in together, guys. Yes, as a subscriber of the Crypto Sniper and my beautiful community. Great to have the community inside the house. Thank you, thank you. We saw the new all-time high in on Bitcoin. We've seen potentially the turn on XRP dominance that has been an absolute bleed out and was at all-time extreme lows compared to absolutely, literally 2 other events for its entire history, long time ago. And this points to the potential turn. Plus, more importantly, we had the technical setups, both on the medium time frame and the macro. We've been waiting for this one little trigger after that Bitcoin sell-off. The XRP sell-off that gave us our high 3 and low 3 came with that Bitcoin down jab, which was the bull king stroke touching the all-time high. That was the previous all-time high on Binance, 69K. Of course, we are well through that now. This now serves as a support zone. If we get a little bit of a rest, it will serve as a support zone. So let's see some of your questions. Hi, Skipper. Yes, indeed. If XRP is 16 by the end of the bull, I'm going to get in trading as opposed to investing only. Yeah, good for you. At least still got 1800. Good for you. That's great. Love your brother, John Woodluck. Thank you. I love you long time, but not transgender. I'd go to the gates of hell with Francis. I hope we've got a different destination in the sat nav. But anyway, I'd appreciate the company if I have to go there. I've had 2 calls with the community in the last 2 years, but still can't afford it. There's payments. We have payments options. You can all afford it. Pay it over 3 months, and you can do a self-study to start. You can upgrade. This is not true. You are capable individuals. You can do a self-study, start learning the theory, get us on a Sunday and on the non-farm payrolls, all included with the interactive, and later get into the community with an upgrade option. It's all available. Go and have a chat with the guys. They'll tell you how to do it. You can piecemeal it, and then you can start the process. Guys, this might be the biggest in the last bull market as far as I'm concerned. 2024, boy, are you going to have some form of a year. I tell you what. You must enjoy the good moments while they come, because I think that's going to be mixed in with a whole bunch of spiciness. But anyway, we're going to laugh and cackle our way through it, because we're healthy, we're strong, we've got a mental, we're PSYOP proof. Let me tell you that. We're PSYOP proof, and we're going to be creaming profits into other things to not be caught with our pants down. To check out, yes, premium community, there's a link for you. Thank you for sharing. Sir, can you check if Dent is in HVF method? Someone wants me to check Dent. I will do that. Interesting question. Has XLM responded? Someone has asked, so let's have a little look. I would imagine the best is right now in XRP, but XLM is a bit lagging, but I think it should have stirred a little bit. It's a fair old question because of similar. So let's go XLM USDT and see how she goes. How she goes. There you go, little spike up, similar type structure. We were so excited about XRP and doing so much of the deep dive, I didn't actually look at this. I prefer the liquidity, it has to be said. You've had a couple of little squeezes to get you up. And yeah, it's a beginning of a move, but it is still lagging XRP. So XRP remains the first choice. However, you will get a second option, a second bite at the cherry with this fella in due course, XLM. I'm not sure I've got the best charts. That's Binance, garbage. They weren't around on Binance long enough. Let's try one of the others. Stamp, KuCoin. Yeah, let's try Poloniex. They've been around forever. That is a terrible chart, Poloniex. Thank you for playing. Let's try KuCoin. Maybe they listed early, also a bit late. We're missing that first impulse we want so badly. Let's take the T off and see if we can do just the dollar on XLM. Should be building up. Coinbase, when did they have it? There you go. So also a bit of a stirring on Coinbase. I know some of you guys are going to go, well, that's great. I missed the XRP. I'll go into the Coinbase. First mover, biggest mover, best mover, always. First mover, biggest mover, best mover. Stay with it. Look how many times Bitcoin has still continued to be one of the better and has a massive market cap percentage up movers. And then it's going to roll into Ethereum. And then it's going to roll through the order. But yes, this one will come and you can ride it too in due course. But I think the momentum and the spikiness belongs with XRP. If you try have both, you'll end up, it's better to be twice as big on XRP, in my opinion. But if you think, hey, it's already moved a little bit much, you can have a go at XLM. Just watch the liquidity on that. It's a little bit later. It doesn't quite have the same structure. Yet. I still think it'll move, but in terms of the reliability to target, XRP is first. But there will be a similar degree of move. So it was a good question, that one. Someone wants Dent. Someone wanted Dent, so we'll see if we can help you. We'll say goodbye to HBAR and have a look at Dent. Not sure what time frame he's on. 15 minutes. We were on. It's not daily. It's not weekly. Possibly a small one. This is what I think he's on. It's not quite textbook. You'll learn when you do the program with us, and technically it's not quite textbook. There's a couple of reasons why. We go into it in the course, but you could get a squeeze. So in the bull markets, remember, you want to be net long. Even the ugly ones work. So my on balance of probability opinion will be that you'll probably get an upside bump on it. Watch the liquidity when you're having spikes like this and wicks like that. So it's in the small category, and a lot of you are going degen into the super small category when, you know, we're playing up top here. XRP is number 6. And you saw what I screenshot for you. It can move and you can be positioned, and you got the liquidity. You can get in, you can get out. You can get in and get out with size. If you're small, that's fine. But just, yeah, there's reasons why in a normal market it wouldn't be our perfect one. But I will say to you, it's likely to break upside on balance of probabilities. But how reliable to a target? And could it be enough depth when you're getting out? That could remain to be seen. So don't oversize. Whatever you do, stay in the game. The most important thing is, if it goes completely against my expectations and runs through that low, would I be 100% out? And would I have lost my shirt, or would I still be in the game? And that's normally, 5 to 10% losses are hard to take. 10% is a big loss to take. So you want to avoid that. When the minute you start taking 30% losses, you've got to do so much to get back to where you were. And money management is the death of 99% of you. Let me just say, absolutely. So very small, and lose a beer and make a dinner out for 2. That's the way to play it. Check it out, Feng Soul brother. Let's have a look at these comments. Hitting the heart sign. Lots of hearts and lovey-dovey's. R is literally taking over, says someone, decentralized. So we can have a look at that. There's nothing, Polkadot projects how do you feel about Polkadot projects? KSM, I remember Kasama. I looked at its chart quite recently. It didn't seem particularly interesting. I like ones that are showing structure, but I should maybe have a look at those. Algo, how is Algo looking? Somebody loves Algo. They want me to look at it. If you've got something you think that's set up, guys, don't forget, we've just shown you 3 patterns across 3 different time zones where each one bumps into the next one. This is a very strong grinding up rising wedge at the moment. And that doesn't mean it breaks down, by the way. In bull markets, we have, and this is part of our theory, and no one else talks about in technical analysis, type 3 based potential structures that melt up out the top. So yeah, it's looking good actually. For me, I think it's more likely to melt out the top. It's that kind of market, but you know, you can't say for sure, and we might be due. It does depend on, remember when trading alts, guys, it's also Bitcoin you're trading. You're trading Bitcoin and your alt, because if Bitcoin suddenly dies hard, I'm not predicting that, but you've got 2 points of failure. When you're trading Bitcoin, you just have Bitcoin. If it dies hard, particularly the smaller tokens, unless there's a really strong story that's just come out that's very specific to them, if there's no absolute fundamental news right on the now, I would imagine some article's going to come out. You're going to see some retrospective techno-splaining of why XRP went up. We saw it coming. We're at full watch the whole of Monday on it. We were alerting the guys, this could be the upside break. This could be the small one that triggers the next one. Everybody's looking at it. We've made the case for it already. Many had it already, and many added to their positions already. And they've got the gains that came with this move. And you've got to ask yourself, okay, can I have done that too? Yes, you can. And you have to have something that you surrender to as your process, rather than emotional, I'm going to run around chasing everything that's running and getting terrible fills and buying tops everywhere, wearing the pullback down, getting out on a negative P&L, and somehow not going up in total market size because I'm in this total frantic activity, chasing moves, looking at the percentage up on coin market cap, which is something we were about to do right now, just to see how XRP was coming in. And it had very negative numbers this morning when we were talking about it. And now today it's a 16% up. And that's the difference, you know, and AVAX had already done its 9% this morning. So this has literally been a case of my afternoon this happened. As we were watching it, 16% in an afternoon, and the others largely, you know, good for Bitcoin, reasonable Ethereum. We've got you in Ethereum, we've told you, and then, you know, the next best dot is at about 6% after AVAX. So you get in to be in the leader for the day, and it's not just for the day. We don't change that whole position for the day. This could have a very good roll-on effect for XRP, which could see you at the 130, the $1.30, and that can then roll into more and more. And that could be very attractive and very helpful to your personal lifestyle, bank accounts, and you do that enough times during this bull run. It's a unicorn period. This is when most things go up, and providing you're not oversized, you will survive. Okay, what do we got? Dash about to go. They kind of quasi, little bit supposedly also privacy. Privacy, the great ones that are neglected at the moment. Let's have a look at Dash. It would be great. They're not hardcore privacy, I don't think, but they're pretty good. They're better than some of the others. Little bit of W bottom on here. So let's just remove that out the way. Little bit of a W bottom, which is great. Like that. So you've already triggered on that W bottom, and you'll have some form of a target there. So yes, it is starting to go. It's not an early runner. There are others that are earlier, but I wouldn't say we're at the late stage either. So it's in the front middle pack, which is good to hear. It did sell off rather terribly in terms of its bear market. I think it made a real horrendous low. We haven't got enough history actually on this one. Might be because it was late to Binance. I've done very well mining fiat, not trading shitcoins, accumulating Bitcoin for the last 4 years. This is the way. That's what his message is. Tezos, says somebody. Tezos last cycle's Solana. I'll have a look at Tezos for you, and then we will close the stream. Any questions on XRP? That's why we're here, guys. We came to tell you Bitcoin's doing okay. It's working its way up. It's actually doing pretty damn well, given how much it's already done. The dominance is still strong. We did a very deep dive on dominances. That's how you tell which one's going to overperform relative to the other, which one's not to be in, which one's to be in. The dominance analysis, we did it deeply. So what was it? Tezos. I think they're involved with Man United. I see them sponsoring Manchester United, the football team. Tezos, also it kind of dash X. They're getting their mojo on. It's quite interesting that there was a sort of a flat level there that was quite difficult for them to deal with, around the 135 mark. You can see the descending triangle there. You can see that up an attempt, then a deeper dip. And now, so you could be arguably also at a triggering. There's a lot of alts that are turning, guys, but not all of them are going to do the biggest numbers. And the relative assessment of alt to alt is where you get to be in the fastest movers. And you also get targets. The value is targets, so that you know when it might slow down and take out and move into one of the others that are triggering, because they don't all go together. There's often 3 or 4 cluster that are kind of running similarly across the top 25, for example, but then there's others that are listing for a while and then they go. So that's the rotation element of that. But as I say, we are not flipping every single day. We are living a good life, and we're just getting in for the big moments. How about BCH? Silenzio, my friend, my morning picture friend. BCH, yes, I saw your comment. Let's give the ladies a shout. Come on, give the ladies a shout. Happy to have the ladies. We've got about 7% ladies. We need it to be 70% ladies. But they're coming. They'll be coming. They'll make the shekels too. Come on, girls. Seize your slice of the pie. Stand up and grab it. You deserve it. So BCH better. So we also, when we did the dominance analysis, it was a little bit of a surprise that actually it's not doing too badly as a Bitcoin proxy. If you look at relative to its last high, it's higher than Tezos that we just looked at over here. And you might be getting a little bit of a flag over there. You also got a very weird little structure there, but was acceptable and was tradable, which again, you missed because you don't know the method. You weren't there. But we want to help you. We want to help you learn. So yeah, looking like it could rally again. Watch for continuation structure here. A little bit low on the bounce here. I would have preferred it if it had. So if we were to get a bad Bitcoin moment, that could turn into a rising wedge and have a pullback. That's not a prediction because I don't, Bitcoin could have a correction and treat the all-time high of the previous bull market as support, but it could also just grind higher. You've got to watch its unicorn phase. Most things are up. So this could trend up for a while and give you a long, messy second impulse, and then have a slight pause, and then a little bump, and then go again. So that's it. Tell you one thing we'd really appreciate for you to help our channel. We'll do more of these live streams with regular updates. If you do one thing for us, get us some population. We're too naughty. We say danger words. We're too naughty. The algorithm don't like us. My Market Sniper channel from 2009, out of curiosity, I asked if they could monetize it, purely out of interest, and they refused. That's a channel of many years. Why? Too much mentions of the topics we cannot mention, which was mainly to do with the events of March 2020, because we got a strike for that. Okay, so help us grow. We appreciate it. Absolute pleasure. Happy to help you. Francis is the sugar daddy. Another ladies, yay, more ladies. There's another lady here, 2 hands up. Good. Can you analyze NIO, N-I-O stock, please? Stock, do you mean stock or token? Yeah, we don't, but this is crypto channel. I'm going to stick to crypto. Sorry. Catch us on a Market Sniper one for equities. I don't want to start branching out into shares and other things. We've got a big audience. How many people are in the room? How many likes have we got? Have we seriously got 7 likes? That would be, I would have a heart attack of absolute mourning if that were to be the case. 619 of you watching right now. Thank you for coming on. And how's XRP doing? And who was the man who did the video and said it's coming for you? We're trying to help you. We're getting you to buy your way into our program. We're even giving you the breaks. Oh, it's 227, 232 as it's brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. So kind. Fool the algorithm. Cheat Google. Go ahead. Be a subversive. Tell them what they don't want to hear. Hit the like. Send us hearts. ADA. Someone's asking for ADA. I will finish on ADA. BCH looking decent on the bigger time frame. We will finish on ADA. Lots of people love ADA. Also a tiny bit of structure there. You can see it almost superimposes from the one draw to the other. Again, it had a little bit of a slapsy there, but then it did snap back with some buoyancy. And that's a little bit steep, but it's got buoyant again. Did it have a little break? It's a little bit ugly. It's not the same. It's not the same as XRP. But there is good hope for it in due course. I will tell you what I'll do. I'll do the dominance for you, and I'll tell you why it's interesting, because we did this already before. Long term, I think ADA has got, well, let me clarify this. Super long term, I'm not even sure it's this bull market, and I'm not sure if we get another one or it's back end of the bull market. There could be a very good thing happening for ADA. If it can get up to there and there, we love squeezes, you know that. That could be a very big sign for ADA. Suddenly all the scientific and all the testing could suddenly pay big. In the meantime, however, people don't want to wait all that long. We see how everyone is. They left XRP. You could, if you're lucky, be on the equivalent of something like this here. And what happened after that? You guessed it. It got a little bit of growth on. It sure did, from there to there. So you could get that 3 high on dominance to take you up to 2.6, 2.9, maybe 3%. That would be pretty exciting, and that would be pretty awesome. Maybe it just goes straight on onto new highs. Not sure how big I would go straight to that, but I think you could have a surge. So this little bit of bottoming here, you saw you had your bottoming. Let's just do this one more time, this draw, because I kind of made it a bit too big. You kind of have this. That could be that, and you had a little bit of bottoming. Let's choose another color. Basing out, very classic basing out, and it's a bit the same but simpler because it's smaller and it's later. So the next thing to come, you want to watch this if it starts breaking out the pink circle, transgender pink circle. Yeah, you've got to watch that one because that could be where you could get a nice little fillip to the upside on that. It could be coming again. That might be a point when a couple of alts are running, and then you could see Bitcoin's dominance while still going up. Not going up quite as much as some of them. But right now, Bitcoin's continued to be one of the better runners. But I see a flippening slowly over to ETH in maybe a few weeks, months' time as well. So that's something on the dominance of ADA. So you've got the chart and the dominance. Someone likes how I'm dressed. Thank you, enlightened elevator tree fella. That's a useful man to have. Cutting your trees into wood. That's it. That's what we need. More tree fellas, less investment bankers, please. Could BTC be forming a rising wedge 1 to 4 hour time? So we'll finish on BTC. One last whirl. It is. I drew the inner grind rising wedge, and it's also this. But as I warned, not all rising wedges go down. Not all rising wedges go down. I'm stumbling over my words. It's almost as if I had a couple of tequilas here. Oh, let's have some water. Not all rising wedges go down. So you can squeeze higher, but I would imagine a softening and a pause for a wee bit. And I think there's a chance you could break out the top. So remember, we gave you 145,000 as a target. That's about twice where you are from here to the 150 mark, which would probably imply a technical run of 150, which, but you know, it's the next biggest mark after 100K. It's going to be the 150, you know, and 200K would be the 150. So it'll be pretty interesting there. And then we'll see what technicals are suggesting to us further. But the ones that are giving us super extreme macros are the likes of XRP, and the one we haven't told you that is inside our community that may have gone a little quiet for a while, but I suspect will be coming back. But XRP, you know about, and now you have the update. So let's finish on XRP before we wind down. Hit up the likes and the shares. If you want more of this, get some more followers for us. Post it in your groups, in the Telegram groups. Share it to Facebook. Oh, yes, do it, do it, do it. Help us grow, help us grow. We'll help you. Help me help you, he says. Straight out of, what was the name of the movie? Let's see. Multiple choice question for you all. With Tom Cruise in it. So yeah, this overall, if this is a triggered pattern, which I think it may well be, points to over 130. You can see the target there, 132,347. 132,347 points to probably 133 plus maybe 135 being run, and then a bit of a rest. But after that rest, if it goes from there, that is the big enchilada. That is the super mover. That is, woohoo! The man who told you something that could go 33 times up, you could end up, he's going to come around with his hat and ask for a couple of nickels from each one of you. I don't want a lot, I just want a nickel. Just so that you grease the hat for someone who said 33x and it actually delivered. Anyway, it's still a long way wait. We're having a bit of fun. Nothing's been achieved yet. Anything can change. Usual on balance of probabilities, terms and conditions, etc. Don't oversize. The move will make you the money. The move will make you the money. One more time, even from 73 cents to $17, you are still going to get about 20x. The move will make you the money if and when that happens, and it won't happen in a day, a week. You'll already be calling me the worst call you've ever made. I'll post that one on Twitter. I've got to find it. I actually screenshotted it. I said, I'm pretty sure it's coming good quite soon. And I did the update. I'm going to keep that one. I like keeping a villain, you know. You got to have a villain. You got to have someone who calls you an absolute clown on something. It's great fun. Anyway, glad to be with you. Catch you later. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for what you do. Share the video and subscribe. Hit always so that you're with us, and join us for a live trading day. Even better, hit the link, the first link in the description below. You could have had this call earlier. You could have had it. It's amazing the difference 4 hours makes. It's amazing the difference 2 hours sometimes make when you are getting fast-moving traded. Change the risk-reward. The entry is earlier. The resistance, the stop risk is much tighter and a smaller amount. And the gain is huge. The minute you're getting in later and you've got to look back all the way down, and it can come back quite a way. It's a volatile market. The dynamics change. Don't be a chaser. Dogs chase cars. You're not a dog. Don't chase markets. Okay, we'll catch you later. Till next time. Bye-bye.